Hi guys, so I'm here today with September book haul. Okay, so I have 10 books to show you. Some of them were my birthday presents because I was given a couple bookshop vouchers for my birthday, so yeah, that made me super happy. And the glasses are still on. Someone was really bothered by them in the previous book haul, but I'm not gonna stop wearing them because someone hated them. Right? It's an accessory that I love, and they said, you're sending a wrong message to people, to the young generation. Am I really sending a wrong message wearing glasses as an accessory? Let's ignore the haters, they shouldn't be addressed at all, right? Okay, let's move on to the books. The first one I have here is a book called The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. And actually this movie is coming out really soon and I have to hurry up and read the book before the movie is out because I want to read the book first before watching it. And this is a real life couple actually. Ieva Maslauskaite, she's I want to say my all-time favorite actress. I just love her to death. I think she's just incredible. She is my favorite actress ever. So Ieva Maslauskaite and her boyfriend. So yeah, I'm so happy they will be acting in the movie together. And it's basically a love story. It says love demands everything. It's about a couple. I believe they live in a lighthouse. Well, I'm gonna read the back of the book. A boat washes up on the shore of a remote lighthouse keeper's island. It holds a dead man and a crying baby. The only two islanders, Tom and his wife Izzy, are about to make a devastating decision. They break the rules and follow their hearts. What happens next will break yours. So I believe they decide to take in the baby and then, you know, the story goes on. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it because I think it's gonna be a very emotional, touching story and a very different love story, I think. Another one, which I'm sure that a lot of you have heard about or have read the book by now, it's Me Before You by Jojo Moy. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know. But it's another love story. And again, I know the movie is out. I haven't seen it just because I haven't read the book and I don't want to watch the movie first. People seem to absolutely love it and it's a very highly regarded book from what I've seen and heard. My aunt actually didn't like it, so I don't know. I guess some people like, some people don't. Okay, now let's move on to the books that were birthday presents. So these are the 3 books I bought with a voucher that I got from my aunt and my cousin Ieva. I requested this book in particular, but because they got the voucher, I got these 2 also. So this is the Shakespeare Book. It's Big Ideas Simply Explained. They have these books on science, religion, psychology, business, economics, philosophy, and politics. And this is the Shakespeare Book. And you guys know that I love Shakespeare. So this is basically gonna be so interesting for any Shakespeare lover because the plays can be really complex and difficult to understand, especially in modern day. So it's simply explained all of his plays and I just honestly cannot wait to read it. It's packed with information and pictures and diagrams and everything related to Shakespeare's plays. So, oh, this is amazing. And it also would make for such a perfect coffee table book, right? Yeah, super happy with that. Another one I got is The Bridge Across Forever. It has some dragons here. And it's by Richard Bach. And my mom is currently reading it. Let's see how much she's read. She has read 62 pages by now. And it's one of the cloth-bound editions from our Pegasus collection. And my aunt recommended this book to me. My mom said from what she's read so far that it's about a guy who's looking for a woman, but he has very specific requirements. So I don't even know much about this book. Yeah, it's about a guy who's looking for a perfect woman and he's looking for love. So that's that. And another book is a classic. I think also most of people have read it, but surprise, surprise, I haven't read it. It's by Paulo Coelho. hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's The Alchemist, and I mean, it's a world classic. So it's one of those books that are gonna teach you something. It's not religious. I'm really intrigued by it because I was putting it off for the longest time. I don't even know why, and now I really wanted to read it, and it's such a beautiful cover. It's hardback, very, very gorgeous. Okay, the other two books, this was a present from my lovely brother. This one is by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it's called The Big Magic. So I've heard so many people mention this book also. It's always among the bestsellers, and it's also by the author of Eat, Pray, Love, which is a book that I love. I read it 6-7 years ago, I believe, Eat, Pray, Love, and I really liked it, so I might like this one. This is about creativity, about having no fear and leading a creative life, and you know, I'm all about that. So anyway, really, really curious about this one, The Big Magic. And then the other one I got is by Terry Hay. It's called I Am Pilgrim. Now this is a huge one. Well, it's 540 pages, not thicker than Harry Potter. But yeah, I've heard about this book from Jim Chapman, Tanya Burr's husband, actually. He said that he loved this book in one of his videos. I don't know which one it was, but he said it was like his favorite book. I believe it's gonna be a very grim story. It has really good reviews. It says a book you cannot put down. It is the best book of 2014. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a very unnerving story, but nonetheless, I'm excited to read it. And now let's move on to some J.K. Rowling, shall we? So, this is a used book I got in a retro bookshop. It's The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith. This is a book she wrote using a man's name. So it is still J.K. Rowling, but she's using another name, and it's a pretty thick one, also over 500 pages, and it's a crime debut of her, which beguilingly shows that she can renounce magic and yet be magical. It's a crime fiction, so it says when a troubled model falls to her death from a Mayfair balcony, it is assumed that she has committed suicide. However, her brother has his doubts and calls in private detective Cormoran Strike to investigate. Strike is a war veteran. Reminds me of Sherlock. Wounded both physically and psychologically, and his private life is in disarray. The case gives him a financial lifeline, but it comes at a personal cost. The more he delves into the young model's world, the darker things become and the closer he gets to terrible danger. So yeah, it seems like a very suspenseful thriller. A bit of darkness. So I cannot wait to read it. I cannot wait to see, you know, J.K. Rowling writing something that is in Harry Potter. And then another book by her I got is The Casual Vacancy. This one I got on Books Depository. It also seems to be completely different to the other one. It says, in the idyllic small town of Packford, a councillor dies and leaves a casual vacancy, an empty seat at the parish council. In the election for his successor that follows, it is clear that behind the pretty surface, this is a town at war. Rich at war with poor, wives at war with husbands, teachers at war with pupils. Packford is not what it first seems. From the smallest of elections in a sleepy British town, J.K. Rowling conjures an epic, emotional, and compulsively readable tale that has had millions of readers hooked. Now, I didn't hear too many good reviews on this book, but nonetheless I'm very curious about it, and yeah, I just love J.K. Rowling as an author, so I want to read more of her books. And lastly, I'm sure this is something that a lot of you are wondering, whether I got the 8th Harry Potter book or not. And yes, I did, of course, how could I not? So this is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I just finished reading The Order of the Phoenix, the 5th one, so I have the 6th and the 7th to read, and then this one. But this is actually a script of the play, which I'm going to in March, and I'm dying. I cannot wait for it. I have half a year left until I go to see the play in London, and surely I'll read this before the play. I'll have a clear idea of what is going on. I think it is kind of helpful because, you know, I don't really know how the play will be, whether I'll be able to hear and see everything that's happening on the stage. And yeah, it's a very beautiful hardback. And look, I'm gonna take the dust jacket off. Look, it's all black and it has this gold symbol and it says Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Such a beautiful book, and I'm a Harry Potter geek. What can you do? Okay guys, so that is gonna be it for this month. I still have over 10 other books waiting for haul, but I don't wanna, like, you know, overwhelm you with book hauls and book videos, so I'm gonna film that next month. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you very soon. Please start reading more and spend less time on computer. Okay? That's my advice for you. Bye!